What happens when a multi-millionaire disguises himself as a homeless man to test his own staff? Thomas Khaw, a tech mogul turned restaurant owner, wanted to ensure that his new restaurant, Golden Plate Beastro, treated every customer with respect, no matter their appearance. So, he showed up dressed in a shabby jacket, scuffed sneakers, and a humble demeanor. What followed was shocking. The senior waitress, Margaret, sneered at him, dismissing him with a rude, "We don't serve your type here." When Thomas asked to speak with the manager, Frank, he was met with hostility and told to leave or risk the police being called. Little did they know, this beggar was the new owner of the restaurant. The next day, Thomas returned in a sharp suit with the former owner in tow, revealing himself as the man they had insulted. The room went silent as Margaret and Frank were immediately fired, their unprofessional behavior exposed for all to see. Meet Mr. Thomas Khaw, a multi-millionaire tech entrepreneur who's now venturing into the world of hospitality. After building his fortune in the tech industry, Thomas recently purchased Golden Plate Beastro, a high-end restaurant known for its fine dining experience. But as a new owner, Thomas had one mission: to ensure every customer, regardless of their background or appearance, was treated with respect. To test this, he came up with a clever plan. Disguising himself as a homeless man, wearing a worn-out jacket and scuffed sneakers, he walked into the restaurant to see how the staff would treat someone who didn't fit the usual ideal customer image. Little did they know, the man they dismissed so quickly was the very person who would change the course of their careers forever. Thomas entered the restaurant. His shabby outfit, worn-out brown jacket, scuffed sneakers, and a humble demeanor, immediately setting him apart from the usual fine diners. He shuffled to a corner table, politely asking the waitress, "Excuse me, could I please see the menu?" Margaret, the senior waitress, barely spared him a glance before sneering and dismissing him with a sharp, "I don't think this is the kind of place for you." She then coldly added, "We don't serve your type here." When Thomas calmly asked to speak with the manager, Margaret's patience snapped. "I don't have time for this nonsense," she said. "Get up before I call security." As the tension grew, Frank, the manager, stormed over. Instead of listening to Thomas's explanation, Frank barked, "Leave now or I'll call the cops." Thomas, maintaining his composure, stood up quietly and walked out, the situation escalating unnecessarily, all because of the staff's judgmental behavior. The next day, Thomas returned to Golden Plate Beastro, but this time, he wasn't in a shabby outfit. Dressed in his usual polished professional attire, he walked into the restaurant with Mr. Garrison, the former owner. The moment the staff saw them, Margaret and Frank froze, their faces draining of color as they realized who they were looking at. Frank, trying to mask his discomfort, quickly approached with a forced smile. "Welcome, sir. How can we assist you today?" But Thomas didn't answer. Instead, he turned to Mr. Garrison and calmly said, "Shall we begin?" Mr. Garrison clapped his hands to gather the staff, announcing, "Everyone, meet Mr. Khaw. He is the new owner of Golden Plate Beastro." The room fell silent. Margaret's eyes widened in shock, while Frank shifted uncomfortably. Thomas then addressed the staff, calmly calling out Margaret's judgmental attitude and criticizing Frank for escalating the situation instead of managing it. He made it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated in his restaurant. Mr. Garrison stepped forward, his voice firm as he announced, "Margaret and Frank, effective immediately, you are both terminated from your positions." The staff gasped in disbelief as Mr. Garrison continued, "Your behavior goes against everything this restaurant stands for. We believe in treating every customer with respect, regardless of their appearance, and you both failed to uphold those values." The room was tense as Thomas addressed the remaining staff, his tone calm yet authoritative. "Let this be a lesson to all of you," he said. "Under my ownership, this restaurant will succeed only if we treat every customer with dignity, no exceptions. I expect professionalism and respect from everyone here, no matter who walks through that door." He looked around the room, reinforcing that the new standard of customer service would be one based on kindness and respect, setting the tone for a fresh start. With that, he and Mr. Garrison left the room, leaving the staff to reflect on the consequences of their actions. This story is a powerful reminder that we should never judge someone by their appearance. No matter how someone looks or where they come from, they deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. True character is revealed not in how we interact with those who are easy to please, but in how we treat others, especially those who might seem different from us. Thomas's experience at Golden Plate Beastro shows us that the way we treat people, regardless of their status or appearance, speaks volumes about who we are. Let this be a lesson to always lead with empathy and respect, as you never know who someone truly is beneath the surface. What would you have done in Thomas's position? How would you have handled being treated that way? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed this story and found it inspiring, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload. We've got plenty more inspiring stories and content coming your way. Also, hit the notification bell so you're always the first to know when a new video drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.